Eagle Dynamics has been hard at work lately on improvements to the core game engine, and I think it's important that we take a moment to appreciate that before getting into the rest of the video. There have been many welcome changes in terms of overall performance, including modern features like DLSS and FSR, as well as quality of life features like filterless response slots. These have all been great things, and in my opinion, Eagle Dynamics has their priorities straight to focus on this kind of stuff, so what follows isn't intended as a criticism, but rather just a simple wish list, things that I would like to see whenever the hardworking developers over at ED have the chance to get to them. With that out of the way, let's get started. Some time ago, ED introduced the KC-135 MPRS into DCS. Now, the regular KC-135 is a tanker that uses the flying boom method to transfer fuel to other aircraft, such as the F-15 Eagle or the F-16 Viper. The MPRS variant of the KC-135 has pods on the wingtips that also allow the tanker to refuel with the probe and drogue method that's used by aircraft like the F-14 Tomcat and many others. It's a very versatile tanker that would be compatible with every aircraft in DCS that can do aero refueling. However, in its current iteration, it isn't. You see, even though the boom is still there, it doesn't work in DCS. So while you can refuel your F-18 Hornet just fine, they won't even talk to you if you're in a Viper and you request a rejoin.
Marco 1-1, Uzi 1-1, request rejoin.
It would be very useful for mission creators to not have to put multiple tankers in scenarios where the aircraft type isn't known ahead of time, or where there's many multiple types of aircraft in the mission. This is usually a multiplayer consideration. You see, the KC-135 MPRS could just be the default tanker used in any multiplayer servers instead of having to have multiple tankers on different frequencies and overlapping orbits, all performing the exact same redundant mission just because no one tanker type can accommodate both refueling methods. Fixing the KC-135 MPRS so that the boom worked in addition to the drogues would be a welcome solution to this unnecessary complexity. The rain effects in DCS and the weather is really cool, and the rain effects on the canopy look great. I really like this effect, and it's great at creating an atmosphere. There's nothing more dramatic than a stormy takeoff from an aircraft carrier, and it really looks good. Unfortunately, there seems to be no consideration given to where your aircraft is when selecting whether to show this effect or not. What I mean is that if you're inside a hangar where you'd think you'd be sheltered from the raindrops still render on the canopy. It would be nice if inside the hangars could be exempted from this effect. Imagine going through your startup procedure, and then when you're rolling out of the hangar, you're greeted with raindrops falling on your aircraft just as you clear the doors. That would be pretty slick, wouldn't it? Maybe this is minor, but persistent shadow rendering based on the actual environment would help with the realism. Currently, if an object is out of your field of view, it casts no shadow. So if you turn your head so that a tree is out of view, suddenly you can't see the shadow either. Also, there seems to be a logic whereby you can't have part of an object in view. It's either there or it isn't, which can cause objects to simply appear or disappear rather than just scroll out of view naturally. Once you notice this, you can't unsee it, and you'll notice it everywhere. And for that, I kind of apologize for pointing it out, but I thought it was worth mentioning. When you eject in DCS, you have the ability to walk around on foot after safely parachuting to the ground. However, the movement of your pilot is only rendered client side. If you walk around, nobody else can see this in multiplayer. As far as they're concerned, you landed wherever you landed and stayed put. Now, it would be nice if this pilot movement was sent to the other clients so that they could see you moving around. Imagine the rescue scenarios that could play out if the ejected pilot was interactive. Helicopter pilots could try to retrieve a downed pilot while fighter jets perform casts to protect him from advancing ground troops. Meanwhile, the pilot himself would have to avoid danger and make it to an extraction area. It could be really exciting, and it would open up different possibilities for the sim that you just can't do right now. Well, nothing's perfect, so there'll always be something to improve, but that about covers the high points for me. I think they're pretty minor for the most part, but fixing them would really help bring what is already a very good sim experience up to that next level. But hey, that's just what I think. I'm a random guy who just likes airplanes. You can let me know what you think in the comments, and until next time, I'm Jakesoft. Thanks for watching, and hope to see you up there. Hey!
There you go.
You make it?
Probably one wire.
That's okay. I got a one wire my last time too.
Landing's a landing. Don't worry about it.
Hook.